hope you understand. He was born a rambling man.
It's me, it's TRG, the Rambling Gambler, just trying to make a living and doing the best I can. Launch week continues, everybody. Good morning. This is amazing. This is wonderful. We are getting so close. Less than, let me look, about 16 hours it looks like, roughly, doing the math off the top of my head. Regardless, 12:01 a.m. tomorrow, the 19th. Physical copies of the book will be available. Electronic copies of the book will be delivered. I can't wait. We have done great. I'll recap all of that for you when we get to Mission Control in just a little bit. I've got an episode I am so excited about. I had a great bit of gambling at Casino One. Had a wonderful time. Took a little mental break from all things book. And got a great story out of it that I'm going to tell you in parable form. So that's our battle plan for the day. We are going to jump right in here. A parable I'm interested in telling. We're going to do Padawan Parable, and then we're going to do Mission Control, and we are going to be ready to go and ready to see what tomorrow looks like. So one of my favorite bits of bumper music or bumper material here, I guess it's not technically music, and then we'll be into Padawan, the Path, and the Bite Avoided. Here we go. Padawan!
Oh, Anakin.
Master!
My young Padawan learner.
You're reckless, little one. You never would have made it as Obi-Wan's Padawan. But you might make it as mine.
A Padawan and his master walked the path in familiar places, and one afternoon faced a choice. They were going to put capital at risk and try to add to their bankroll. This was certain. The question was, where? The Padawan was eager to decide. It had an urgent sense that they needed to play. The master recommended patience and suggested they plan around their promotions. So they considered their choices. They could travel a short distance and receive a small amount of free bets. The casino would be very busy and crowded because of sporting events nearby on a busy Friday evening. Table choices would be limited and limits would be higher. The casino had no hotel and limited food options. Or they could travel a longer distance and receive a much larger amount of free bets, some free slot play, a meal comp, and a room comp. Drinks would be inexpensive and they would be spending the night safely. So they traveled a bit more and checked into the hotel. They played some cards and won some money with their free bets. They won some money with their free slot play. They played some dice and won some money. As they prepared to select another blackjack table, the master paused briefly, thinking he smelled smoke in a non-smoking casino. He looked around. No one else seemed to notice, but he was certain. As they started to buy in, the Padawan suddenly said, "I think I have enough profit at this point to also make the side bets." The master raised an eyebrow. Side bets were something he had taught the Padawan to avoid. But all Padawans sometimes make mistakes. He said nothing, but noticed an unusual gleam in the Padawan's eyes. The Padawan bought another $50 in red chips, and the game began with a $5 side bet being made on each hand. After some back and forth, the Padawan had won a small amount of money, but lost a similar amount of money making the side bet. The smell of smoke seemed stronger. The Padawan received a pair of fours and the dealer had a four, a triple match. It paid $150. The dealer started to push forward 10 red chips and 4 green chips so additional side bets could be made. The Padawan reached quickly for the chips, then paused. "I'll take that as 1 black and 2 green chips," he said. "I'll just finish these last few side bets and then stop playing that bet." With that choice made, the Padawan's blackjack results improved, and he quickly won enough money to leave the table. The master also won and followed. As they reviewed their notes and made their records, the Padawan announced he had won 3 days' pay. It was fairly early. He was going to risk 1 day's pay on one more attempt to play blackjack. If he lost, he would still have a solid profit for the day. As they looked for a table, the master once again smelled smoke. He noticed a set of red eyes staring through a gap in the slot machines, drilling into them. As the Padawan sat down at an empty table, the master said, "My win for the day is fine. I think I'll just watch." The Padawan started to play and lost his first hand, but won his next hand, a 2-unit bet that generated a blackjack. The master saw a thin, dog-like creature with red fur and a flaming tail moving carefully toward the Padawan. No one else seemed to be able to see the creature. Now the master understood the Padawan playing the side bet. Now he understood the smell of smoke. He watched. He was prepared. The Padawan lost a hand and then won a hand that was a 2-unit bet several times, adding to his win stack every other hand. He was playing faster. As the creature approached, the master moved, blocking his path. The Padawan won 2 hands in a row and started adding to his wager. He received a pair of 8s with his larger wager and won both hands. The creature lunged and tried to bite the Padawan. The master moved a chair at the last minute, and the creature's jaws closed on a chair rail, not the Padawan. The creature retreated but did not give up. It circled, patient, pacing, its tail blazing. The Padawan played faster, continuing to press his bets after each win. His normal neat stack started to be just a pile. He was winning so quickly. The creature tried to get to the Padawan again, and the master blocked him with his staff. The Padawan won a 2.5-unit wager, then repeated the bet and got a blackjack, then added an additional amount to the wager, breaking his normal wagering pattern. The creature continued circling, and the master continued to subtly hold him off while remarking on the Padawan's game. The Padawan won another hand. The dealer was dealing fast. The chips were piling up. The Padawan paused. He didn't make a bet. The dealer had to wait. He sorted his chips. He made the same bet again, but now stacks were clear. His buy-in was set to the side. The money he won was to the right. He had the bet in the circle and 2 more chips. The creature made 1 more lunge, which the master blocked, and the creature retreated. The Padawan lost the hand, won the next hand, then lost 2 hands in a row. He pushed in chips to color up. As he counted, he remarked, "That was amazing. It happened so fast. I played less than half a shoe. I won over 4 days' pay. I've never seen anything like it." As they walked to their room, the master said, "It's late. I'm tired. Remind me in the morning to tell you the legend of the volcanic dingo and what happens if one bites you." One of the little lion's favorite teachers says, "We have ears, say cheers." One of my favorite teachers says, "If you have ears, you should listen." Here ends the lesson. And I'll do a little bit of an aside. The volcanic dingo legend is a lot of fun, and it's interesting, and it's really obscure. Almost nobody knows that little bit of gambling trivia, and I get that. It's in the book. It's the name of the company. It's an appendix in the book so that everybody will be aware of that, or give a little more exposure to that particular bit of gambling lore, gambling history. It's weird. It's an unusual kind of heater, and it ruins you. And I'm glad I avoided it, because in this case, I'm in the role of the Padawan, not the master. I had a heater that was absolutely amazing to end my night. I won money so fast that I kind of almost lost control of my process. And that's what a volcanic dingo heater does. And if it gets you, it ruins you. And I feel like I avoided getting ruined. And it's kind of ironic that it happened right before the book comes out. But sometimes life imitates art, and sometimes art imitates life. So let's go to Mission Control and talk about what's going on with the launch of the Book of Casino Wisdom.
Houston, contact with a test 1.
3, 2, 1.
We have done incredibly well, everyone. We absolutely have. It's sure an author with a bigger name and a bigger platform and a bigger everything could have done more. A marketer who had some clue what he was doing or she was doing would have probably done better than an IT consultant / gambler / podcast host trying to make this up as he goes along. But we have at this point accumulated 44 people following my author page, We have 22 pre-orders in. Research tells me that that is amazing. Most authors have a conversion rate of 5%. 5% of followers of an author buy a book pre-order. We have 50% pre-orders. That's astounding. That is the strength of what all of you have done and brought to this process. It's really humbling. I'm going to say it again and again. I'm sure I am normally not at a loss for words. Being silent and to the point is not part of my brand. It's not part of me as a person. I tend to use 18 words when 2 would be enough, and I find myself at a loss for words. We have had an astounding number of people involved in this so far. We've had 27 individuals log missions in some form, and that doesn't count friends and family that I perhaps am not aware of because they haven't submitted missions. That doesn't include my friends from high school and college that have done things and have not submitted missions. In terms of missions submitted, Double Down 21, Excelsior Brigade member Double Down 21 has completed 15. Well, he's accumulated 15 tickets. I have given some bonus tickets. He had a lot of emails sent with the chapter of the book. He's done an astounding job. He's accumulated 15 tickets for the drawing. Equine Ensign, 11 tickets. Gator Gambler, 7 tickets. Nakatomi Tony, 7 tickets. Inner Circle member VCPD, 7 tickets. Dr. ECE, we've issued 6. Texas Templar, we've issued 5. Atlantic City Empress, we've issued 4. Lucky Drunk, we've issued 4. Midnight Diver, we've issued 4. We've also had participation from Emerald Wanderer, LMNOP, Patient Paladin, Riptide Halfling. LMNOPs include Casino Combat Chef, of course. Same Bet has participated. So has Alabama Renegade. So has No Way Dude. So has Questing Scholar and Valley Nomad. In terms of people with podcast call signs, the participation has been amazing. There are also a number of other people there. Equine Ensign's sister and his brother-in-law. Some other people I'm just not going to name because they don't have call signs, or I haven't associated the right call signs. I don't want to use real names, but if you've participated, I thank you. I really do. We've done a tremendous job. Nakatomi Tony, it's funny. Nakatomi Tony has been trying to line up interviews for me. He's stepped into that role. He's been that guy. He sent me a text and said, "Would you do this one?" And I said yes. And he goes, "Well, I'm not trying to pimp you out, but would you do this one?" And I was like, Go ahead, pimp me out. That's fine. I'm happy to do any type of media, earned or unearned. I'm happy to do those interviews. So he's jumped in and tried to set some of those up for me. We're in great shape, everybody. We have put ourselves where we needed to be. I believe, to the best of my knowledge, we've done what we need to do. We just can't stop. We have to follow through. We have to continue. We have to do our plan. We have to be happy and confident, but not complacent. Obviously, tomorrow the big push is buy the book. And then we will have some follow-up things through the rest of the week. Some review tasks, and once again, some tasks that friends and family can do without buying the book. It's going to plan. We've done what we need to do. What is the mission then for the day? The mission for the day isn't on the board in terms of something you can click and submit specifically. But the mission for today is this. Can you do one more? Can you do one more of anything? Think about it. If you give me just a little more of your time and attention, sit and think. Go back to casinocombat.com, click on missions, look at the board, look at what's there. Are there ways you can put a few more tickets for yourself in the drawing? Are there a way you can put a few more tickets in the bin so that the number of prizes I give out increases? Is there one more thing you can do? Is there one more piece of social media content you can make? Is there one more social media post of someone else's that you can find? Like Nakatomi Tony, is there perhaps someone you know that knows you? That's the wonderful part of what Nakatomi Tony has done, is he's gone to relationships he already has in the gambling space, to other people he has a relationship with that have podcasts or create content, and he's said, hey, here's this book coming out. Would you be interested? So, and something we've done there, let me mention that. Something we've done there is we've arranged to put books in their hands, electronically or physically, for them to review. I am happy to do that. If there is someone that creates content and they would like a copy of the book to review, I will put the money up for them to get a review copy. We will buy them a book and send it to them. We will send them a gift card so that they can purchase a copy of the ebook and download it right away tonight and take a look at it tomorrow. We will do those things. You are welcome to find me and make those things happen. That's the thing I want you to try to do today, please. Is there one more thing you can do? Is there one more mission you can take on? Is there one more set of people you can do outreach to? Can we get some more follows? Can we get some more pre-orders of the ebook? Are there some people that would just take a flyer? Is there someone who's interested in gambling that might be interested in the book, that if you ask them for a cup of coffee, they'd buy you a cup of coffee? Right? Anything we can do one more of. Any one more we can find. Today is the day to do it. Tomorrow's the day we're going to ask people to buy books. Tomorrow's the day we're going to have missions for all of you to get more drawing tickets for buying books. Today is the day to keep laying that foundation. Can you do just one more thing? And I know that's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask someone who's completed mission after mission to go back and look at the list and try to find one more. But that's what I'm asking you to do. Try to find that one more thing. That's today's mission. When I talk to you again tomorrow, the book will be on sale. Copies will have gone out, and we will be ready to just finish executing the plan. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your day. I will be back and talk to you tomorrow.